Hi everyone, my name is Bill Hogg, and today I would like to take some time to discuss with you the importance and the need for grief therapy. There are billions of people in the world today that are suffering from the wide range of emotions that are connected to loss. The need for therapy to help people through this is very much needed and is growing each day with each new death. The numbers increase every day. Hello again. You may be asking yourself, what is grief? Grief is the emotional response to any form of loss. There are many and various forms of loss. Some of them are very severe emotionally. There are, for example, PTSD. There's the loss of a job, which is a person's livelihood. There is the loss of good health. But what we're mostly concerned with in this presentation is the loss of a loved one and the emotional conflict that can cause in your life. Whether you choose to have a one-on-one session with a counselor, or whether you choose to use group therapy sessions with a group leader, there are still 3 stages of grief therapy to help you get through to the final stage of acceptance and new meaning of life. The first step is finding ways to express emotions. Now, if you're in a one-on-one relationship, you may want to find a counselor with an office where you can let your emotions run wild. If you're in a group therapy session, you may want to ask your leader to start a conversation, allowing everyone in the group to release their emotions. That way, you don't feel alone and you know that you're not the only one feeling the emotions that you are feeling. The second stage is exploring and using coping skills. You can ask your clinician or counselor to help you explore and find these coping skills to help you get through this intense period of grief. Or if you're in a group therapy session, you can ask the leader again to start a conversation about coping skills, and you can find from the others in your group what coping skills they use and adapt them to yourself to help you get through this time period. It's a very difficult time, and coping skills help tremendously. The third and the final step, perhaps the longest and hardest to reach, is acceptance and the new meaning of self. This is a very difficult and long process. The first thing you have to learn is that grief has no calendar, and each person can handle grief and get through grief on a different time plane. The second thing is you need to use all of your coping skills and all of the things that you've learned in the previous stages to help you reach this period of acceptance. Acceptance that your loved one is gone. You'll find new ways to connect with the memories of your loved one that are not so emotional and grief ridden, and so you can get on with your daily life. And the last thing is to learn the new meaning of self. You have gone through all of these stages and you have a new life where you're alone. And you'll find different ways through time to have a new way of life, to deal with being alone. Uh, that is the whole importance of going through a successful grief therapy. Globally, there are billions of people suffering from the wide range of complex emotions connected with loss. These numbers grow daily with each new death. It's important that this need is fulfilled with good, effective grief therapy to help survive this difficult and tragic, painful time of life. In a personal note, I lost my partner in June of 2009. I was an emotional wreck. Had it not been for a group therapist in hospice to help me get through, and I don't know what I would be like today. The pain never goes away, I'm not going to lie. The pain never goes away, but over time and through the exercises and learning the things that you learn in therapy, you get to the point where you can deal with it on a day-to-day basis without losing control. In conclusion, that is the importance of grief therapy to help one get through successfully the erratic emotions of loss of a loved one.